We're going to move on to another health-related topic, and that is vaping. And that has become a hot political issue of late for many reasons. Firstly, they're introducing a bill, rather slowly, some would say, the nicotine-inhaling bill, basically a public health bill, which proposes to ban vapes for under 18s, then to regulate it strongly. No such thing as vending machines. You can't have them on sale beside school, within a couple of 100 meters of schools, etc., etc. But that's still coming through the bureaucracy. It's actually in the committee room today, Thursday, as we speak, and the Minister for Health has taken amendments on that. That will get through the dawn, and it'll take its usual process. It'll be in sometime next year. It's tough to say when with these things, because there's some of these 5 stages of a bill to get through. But in the meantime, the Irish Mirror and Star, we've launched an investigation to look at the prevalence of it, because everyone sees these little, these little tiny little plastic pods sitting on the street. They're like litter all over the place. But the fact that there's so many of them, we found out, means there's so many children that are actually using them, because it's no coincidence whatsoever that they are watermelon flavor, they're vanilla flavor, they're cola bottle flavor, they're every flavor that I don't think a major smoking Marlboro man would be looking for when he's trying to get off cigarettes. So they are targeting children. People have said that, and we found out because we asked schools and we asked principals, and they told us that there are children as young as 10. This was a primary school teacher in Mayo who I was speaking to that said, yes, the senior class are doing it. Obviously, they're not the junior classes, but the senior classes would be obviously just 10 or 11. So that's a scary prospect. I also talked to another teacher, Peter Creedon from Care in Tipperary, who found out that one of his students had tampered with one of the vaping devices and had increased the wattage, so it burnt more and it burnt hotter and it burnt faster. The juice, I suppose, that was in it. And he collapsed in the schoolyard. They were shocked. They called the ambulance. And when they got a toxicology report done on that vape, they found that it had symptoms of an element that could have been antifreeze. And that's scary. That just shows how unregulated the whole thing is. We have also got the Tánaiste on board with this, Micheál Martin, who famously introduced the smoking ban 20 years ago now. And I think it's a great legacy to him. It's taken off around the world. And he is not a fan of vaping. He points out rightly that it's not regulated and we don't really know what are in the vapes. But also, he makes the link, which a lot of people don't know, but maybe some do. A lot of the companies behind vapes are actually big tobacco. And he had a good line for us. He basically said that he thinks vaping is big tobacco's revenge for the smoking ban. So we're going to continue our investigation, and we're going to continue through the week with more articles. But Louise, I just want to let you in there, because I presume you have seen vaping. You've seen vaping among your friends. You've seen it around your neighborhoods. I think it's a pandemic. It's epidemic levels almost. What do you think?
Yeah, they've become really common, and I'm always, I guess, kind of surprised by, because I mean, I'm too young really to remember smoking in pubs, but so it always kind of shocks me when I see people even vaping in pubs or vaping at concerts. And I was in a nightclub recently, actually, not where I got this dose. I'll just point out I have the Leinster Ice flu, but I was in a nightclub recently, and there was a vaping vending machine. So I was quite shocked by that, actually, and it seemed like they were quite easy to get to. And I remember being at a lot of the outdoor concerts that were happening last summer, and again it was the same, and it was just that real sweet smell in the air. And I was chatting to Oisin Smith last week, actually, ahead of the budget, and he's the Minister for the Circular Economy, and that's basically that you don't use things once, you use things again and again and again. And he is kind of the man behind trying to ban these disposable vapes. And I think the plan is that they are going to be banned. Things are afoot. But what he was saying to me is that you kind of have to notify the European Union that you plan to take something out of the market, and that takes 90 days. So he was saying that it won't be done this year, and it will be done going forward. But I think what his kind of driving factor is, well, it's the waste, because, it's batteries and people aren't disposing of that properly, and, that presents its own issues. But what he was saying is, it comes back to what you were saying, Fergal, is the kids. They're really attractive, they're pretty, they're colourful, they're nice shapes. And he was saying that he's heard of kids smuggling these into schools in their pencil cases, and their parents or their teachers thinking they're highlighter pens because that's what they look like. And he said you don't necessarily get caught with them because you just throw them out, they're disposable, you don't have to charge them. So it's not a case of your mummy or dad is going to walk into your bedroom at night time and see you charging this this thing, that you just throw them out as you go. So I think plans are afoot to ban the disposable ones, but like you said, everything seems to be coming quite slowly on this.
Yeah, and in the meantime, children can walk into these outlets on the high street. They're open till very late. Some of them open at 7:30 in the morning, evening, and they can freely buy vapes. I mean children, because we sent a 14-year-old out undercover with the permission of his parents during the week, and within an hour he had a bundle full of vapes, basically, and that just showed how easy it was. There was a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel there, in that some of the larger retail units who went into branded supermarkets, shall we say, and he asked them there, and they said, "Are you 18?" Even though it's not the law, they could have sold them. And in fairness to them, they have a bit of a more code of conduct, ethics perhaps, that they're going there. But just to end on the vaping, I suppose one of the scariest parts of the whole story was that people have been hospitalized with vape-related injuries because they're unregulated products. We don't know what they are. As Principal Peter Creedon said, he thinks they're worse than cigarettes because of the unregulation. We found out, we asked the HSE, have there been any vape-related hospital admissions? And they said 0 in 2020, 0 in 2021. Then they said 7 last year. So, this is something to start. We don't know how many for this year, but anecdotally, we've heard that there's more and more incidents of young people having bad incidents with vaping, and it's a Wild West out there. We don't know how it's going to end, but we're hoping here in Reach Ireland that we're going to try and do our part to get these regulated and get them banned for kids, because it's not something a child should be doing. So on that note, folks, it's the end of budget week here for another year. Thank God. Louise will reiterate that as well. She's got a bit of the Leinster House flu. I have a little packet tablets that the GP gave me yesterday as well to get me through. It's either worn down or I have a little bit of a chest, but it's been a long week. And I don't smoke, by the way, and I don't vape, so that's not where I got the chest from. It's been a long week, folks, and Louise and myself have worked very hard. We hope you guys have enjoyed the coverage, both in print and online, from Reach Ireland, and I hope you had a good budget, and hope you have a good year from all the goodies that the government give you, and maybe there'll be more goodies next year, another budget ahead of a big election. That'll be the real giveaway. So until next week from Dog Talk, it's goodbye from me.
Bye.
And Louise. Bye from Louise. Bye.